We are going to talk about hair. Hair is part of the integumentary system, and so I'm going to talk about it today because, as you all have noticed, the elephant in the room, my hair is locked. I decided to lock my hair for a few reasons. Since I've been pregnant, I do not shed a lot of hair at all. I'm amazed at how little hair I shed. So then I started to think about locking, as I understand some phases of locking. I'm like, okay, so I'm not shedding a lot of hair. I know it takes some time for your hair to lock. Let me capitalize on this non-shedding and lock my hair. Then I started, of course, thinking about, okay, do I even feel like styling my hair? No, I don't. So, I mean, I've gotten quite lazy when it comes to my hair. Even when I took out my faux locks, I put them back in the finger coils because it's just easy. And I just thought to myself, you know what, let me just really ask around and get some referrals for Loctician and what my options are. My front desk manager, she's locked, and I was like, there's gotta be a way to start locks and not have to go through all the waiting to get the length and all that. So she was like, yeah, you can get lock extensions. And I was like, do tell. So I'm curious at this point. I'm like, wow, that sounds good. It wasn't cheap, but it sounded like it was legit. So I'm like, okay. I go to YouTube, bubble in my throat. I go to YouTube and I start researching videos on, you know, lock extensions. And then it led me to lock reattachment, which led to all kinds of things like sister locks and just different kinds of ways you can lock your hair. And so I came across a video by what Didi said, and she linked Asia Marie in her video. I went to Asia Marie's Instagram page, and I started looking to see like what exactly does she do, because I didn't see a whole lot of just hairstyling. What I saw was her doing extensions or reattachments. So I'm continuing to scroll and I see that there really are a lot of options. So what does that mean? I could go and buy the hair, human hair, like the lock, and then have her install it. She could make the locks, you know, the human hair locks, customize them, color, length, width, all that, and then install it. Or I could do reinstallments or reattachments using my own, sort of like my own / donor hair. So I thought about it and I said, you know what, if I am going to do this, I don't want to have just anybody's hair attached to mine on my head for a length of time, like, because this is a commitment. So light bulb, my husband used to be locked, and I'm like, you still got your locks? And he's like, yeah, they're around here somewhere. So I'm like, great, can I get those locks? And he's like, what for? And I'm like, I found out they can reattach them. So he starts looking all around the house, can't find the locks. So I'm like, fine. Plan B, my younger brother also had locks years ago. So I text him, I'm like, can Big Sis get those locks? And he's like, you want my hair? I was like, yeah, if you're not using it. So I told him, I said, check with your wife first, make sure it's okay. And if it's okay, I would love to have your hair. So here we are. What I needed to do for Asia was, she asked me to send her a current picture of my hair, which I did. She asked me to send her a picture of the locks that I planned on using, which I did. And she asked me for the length of the locks as well as the number. So I gave her both those figures and we went from there. Professional, you know, like answered all my questions. I was prepared. I had all my questions in writing. So yeah, scheduled my appointment, got my hair locked. Why didn't I do this sooner? Because I was so stubborn thinking I had to comb my hair. I was like, no, I gotta be able to comb my hair. Now I'm like, I don't feel like combing my hair. Let's get her done. Like, let's just go ahead and make it do whatever this is gonna do. Anyway, the night before she told me to wash my hair. So to wash my hair, I use the Texture by Cantu. This is their apple cider vinegar and tea tree soothing shampoo. So I did 2 washes of this. This feels so awesome on your scalp. Not only does it have apple cider vinegar and tea tree, it also has shea butter, spearmint oil, oat kernel extract, and aloe. This feels so good on your scalp. I think I might continue to wash my hair with this. And I did not put anything after that on my hair. No conditioner, no leave-in conditioner, no hair oil, nothing. Like a shampoo, and that's it. You talk about wash and go, that's exactly what I did. A wash and that's it. It dried overnight, and next day my hair was like scratch. So what I did do though, when my brother gave me the Locs, he gave me about 130 of his Locs, and my brother's hair texture is a little different than mine. His hair color is certainly lighter than mine. I dyed it, and I dyed his Locs using Pulp Riot. Pulp Riot is like this upcoming, or like this newer color brand. I'm a licensed esthetician, so I went to Salon Centric, and the sales lady sold me on Pulp Riot. I was like, yeah, I heard about this. I've seen them at the shows. You know, it's my understanding that they're like, you know, vegan or something or other. I was like, but they have really great pigment. She was like, yeah, they have really great pigment. So I knew I had 130 Locs that I needed to color. So I bought two boxes of the jet black, like jet black dye, and I dyed his hair. Then I washed it, I shampooed it. I may have used a conditioner for color treated hair, and then I did like a cold rinse, but I didn't let it sit. I just kind of did a conditioner and let it rinse with cold water, and then I put it on my clothesline to let it dry for 2 days, air dry. And then I separated each strand of hair by length, because I figured that would make it easier for her as she did the reinstallment of the Locs. So she just wasn't picking up random pieces of hair. So I had like 4 bundles for her to work with, and brought the hair in. We used 100 Locs, but she started separating my hair first just to kind of get a feel for the texture and the density. My hair's texture is very fine. My brother's is more coarse, but we both kind of have the same density. And so she did that, and then she started to like kind of crochet my hair to start kind of like the lock already, to get that lock already kind of going with my hair. And then she attached his lock to my hair using a crochet. She retwisted, I believe she retwisted once they were all installed. She just retwisted. And the retwisting, I was surprised, because I've seen retwist videos and I've seen how long it seems like it takes for a retwist. She retwisted my hair in like 15 to 20 minutes. And then I sat under the dryer for like 10, and I was good. So I was like, wow. Took a little over 5 hours. It's done, and I love it. Like, I love it. I keep saying, dang, like what took me so long? But I'll show you all I'll give you a closer look at how it looks. My brother's hair ranged anywhere between 12 and 14 inches. So I had her put all of the longer pieces in the back and the shorter ones in the front. And so it kind of goes, I'll show you. So it's a little bit like, so it's like, you can kind of see I have, you can kind of tell a little bit where, like you can tell like this is my hair and this is where his kind of starts, but I think it kind of looks like that with any retwist. You kind of see the fresh part of the new growth and then from where the lock already existed, but this is all it. And I was very picky about how I wanted my parts. I was like, I don't want box parts. I just want something that looks very organic. She was like, okay, you want crescent parts. I was like, whatever that is, okay, yeah. I was like, I just don't want anything that I can't maintain myself, because I'm not gonna sit there and square box every part later on when I try to retwist this. I'm not. So what I plan on doing going forward is for the next 3 months, going back to her for my maintenance and style. And I'll show you kind of some of the things that we talked about that she said I could still use to care for my hair. So this is the Jamaican black castor oil. I don't know if this lighting, this old light. So I used to use this on my edges before I got pregnant, because like they just seem so thin and I wanted them to grow. So she told me, she was like, keep using this but only on your edges. It's too thick for you to use on like inside, but she was like, if you want to keep using this on your edges, by all means do so, but do not do it more than twice a week. Bet I can do that. This is the growth oil by the Main Choice that I just loved. And then I actually use this more as a hot oil. I think I use it more as a hot oil treatment. I can't remember. But then I also have this, again, Texture by Cantu, the Oil and Vitamin Scalp Saver. This feels good too. Again, no mineral oil and fragrance free. Vitamins A, D, E, and K. Rosemary oil, shea butter, and burdock root oil as well. So still plan on using this. I think she said to do this like maybe 3 times a week, no more than that, inside, you know, on the scalp. And then, but not a lot. She's like, do not like put a lot of oil on your scalp. And absolutely, she said, like, she was like, absolutely unequivocally do not use conditioner on your hair. Like, don't put conditioner on your hair. Then I have 2 sprays that I can use on my locks themselves to help hydrate, and they're both by the Main Choice. Again, Heavenly Halo. This is the Serum Oil Mist, Herbal Hair Tonic, and Soy Milk Deep Hydration. This is the Tropical Moringa Sweet Oil and Honey Endless Moisture Restorative Spray. I'll definitely keep you updated on this lock journey. And let me just say this, there's like a stigma where if you don't start from scratch, you're not really locked. How, Sway? Like, my hair is going to lock. I just don't have, you know, the patience. I can't believe that just happened. Anyway, I just don't have the patience to wait for the length that I want. Like, I just don't. And furthermore, I want to say that, like, so you just mad because they didn't have this when you got your locks? Like, you didn't know about this? So I don't know, who knows? But I'm no less locked just because I got lock extensions than someone who started from scratch. And it makes me think, as a pregnant woman, like, I would dare not tell another woman who's pregnant that she's less of a mom because she did not conceive naturally. Like, if she had to go through IVF or something like that, like, that's crazy. And then you have to always think to yourself, everyone's journey is different. I love you all. Be encouraged no matter what things look like. The best is yet to come. And as always,